Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. This is another episode of the Zoot Report, Sunroof edition. Let's go. Boom. Wow. So how are y'all doing today? What's this? Wednesday. August the 5th. Yeah. Hump Day. Wednesday. Odin Vigi me. Odin Bliss. Named after Woden, also known as Odin. Before that was known as Rodinas. Imagine that. There you go. Get in there. Oh, big bumps. So what are we going to talk about today? Oh, well, today it's currently 80s. I don't know, 80 something, 85. Hot and humid day. That's all they say. I was sweating. I did some sweating. It's all right. It was a good day. I go home now. Yep. I go home now. I get to drive home. Drive. What is your drive? That's what we're going to talk about today. What drives you? And I'm not talking about your car, your vehicle. I mean, yeah, there's that. Some people, that's their drive. It's their ambition. What's their goal? The drive of people. That was loud. Uncalled for. Yes. How are you driven? Are you one of the driven? Do you go after projects with a zest and zeal, passion, and only a few can muster? Do you get questioned all the time? And why are you doing this? Why are you working on such a project with such fervor? Why? And it could be a long-term goal, it could be a short-term goal, it could be a task, but I look at it this way. Those who have drive, that are driven, that their task is the most important thing at hand. Nothing else matters with the job. Nothing else matters with the task. It's very reminiscent of survival. As preppers, we are driven. We are driven to have food, water, medical supplies, pew-pew, beans, bullets, band-aids, knowledge, skill sets, community building. We find these things to be very important because we know that there will come a day, or has come a day, where it's not easy anymore. It's not an easy day. It's a hard day. That rainy day, that day of shift, when everything goes to shift. I mean, we talk about it all the time, and we experience it from time to time. You know, you lose your job, you lose your house, lose your car, lose your loved ones. lose things. Yet, if we have the wherewithal and we prepare for those days, they're not so bad. The only thing we really have to deal with is the anguish and loss and whatever, right? We can provide for ourselves and our family and our friends, loved ones, because we were driven. We were driven to prep. We were driven to set up contingencies because we know that things happen. Shift happens. I know, like shit happens. Good play on words. I like it. Let's roll with it. Shift happens. Take advantage. We are driven to that goal. Self-sufficiency, self-reliance. In a society, the majority of people do not do this. The majority of people carry on as if life is going to always be perfect. Life is not always perfect. And people find that out the hard way. Now sure, there's 401ks, there's retirement funds, there's all this shit that we pay into, that we try to save for a rainy day, which I'm looking at clouds right now. They look like thunderstorm clouds. I can't wait. It's hot as fuck. Most people don't prep, right? Majority of people, they don't have extra food. If they do, it's maybe a few days. They don't have extra gear, no gear, right? Unless they enjoy camping. Then they got some high dollar rudimentary camping supplies, glamping, which is cool, I guess. I mean, that's a good way. That's a segue into prepping, right? If your bug out bag is something that you put on a trailer hitch, hey, that's actually badass, But they're driven for something else. Their drive is to be successful in life, to keep their job, keep their families fed, keep themselves in drugs and entertainment. Some people have hobbies. They're driven by their hobbies. Their hobbies are their passion: gaming, fast cars, right, motorcycles, playing pool, art, whatever drives them. They really don't know what it is. I mean, we got hobbies too. I like all kinds of things. I got all kinds of hobbies, right? Martial arts, weapons, but a lot of those hobbies kind of they coincide with prepping, shooting, LARPing, right? LARPing at the two-way range, whatever. Having lots of freeze-dried food or canned goods or whatever, right? But we are driven for that day when there is no abundance. when there is no resupply. Because we know the innate truth. No one is coming to save you. And a lot of the systems that we rely on today, our financial system, our medical system, our police system, our judicial system, our protective services systems, will vanish. And historically have vanished and left everyone in the dark. Yes, that system too. Right? Our power system, our sewer system, all these systems will go away. And they have a tendency to do that from time to time. Sure, they come back on. Sure, everybody's like, woo, that was a rough 2 days. No power. Right? Try a week. Try a month. Try a year. Oh, damn. You know, everybody's like, well, you know, you're driven by conspiracy theories. Ah, but no. How about a conjective, damn it, what they call it, I'm thinking of the shot right, it's the new word for conspiracy theory, the questionable narrative, no, the subjective narrative, yeah, there you go. The what if. What if zombies happen? What if aliens happen? What if a million Sasquatch army appears in the Midwest and starts to, you know, run around everywhere doing their thing, doing their Sasquatch thing? I don't know. You tell me. What would the Sasquatch army do? I'm tired of everybody hunting them. Tired of everybody trying to take pictures of them. Yeah. Let's go. And everybody's like, right now, everybody's like, well, why do you have a Sasquatch ghillie suit? Because you never know when the Sasquatch army rises up. You never know. Might happen. Why do you have an alien mask? You never know. Might have to blend in. But we are driven by the what ifs. We are driven by being prepared for every contingency. What have we seen in our lifetimes? What has history shown us? There's always going to be civil unrest. There's always going to be some type of disruption to systems. You know, nothing is finite. Nothing is secure. No nation stands secure. But the majority of the population of this nation, of this world, believes that everything's fine. Everything will continue to be fine. They have such high hopes. And what drives them are things of nuance, things of entertainment. Whereas you and me find entertainment in bushcrafting or survival or, canning, freeze drying. I mean, how to prepare for. Let's do a medical class. Okay, yeah, right. Let's work on our IFAC. Let's work on our medical skills. Yeah. Hey, let's go to the range. Let's move, shoot, communicate. The majority of people out there are not driven by that. They're driven by going to the beach, going to the resort, going to, and which is very important. Spending quality family time. at the lake, right? At the cabin by the lake, which I found a badass fucking lake around here. Heard about it, called Jellystone. Wow, what's going on over there? We are driven by preparation. We are driven by the just in case kind of shit. We never want to be caught wanting or relying. We don't. We want that insurance policy. We're driven by helping ourselves and helping others. We're driven by community. What are the needs of our community? Our preparation communities. It's different. The same drive in us, it's the same drive in most people. And like I said, it reminds me of the drive, say 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, whatever, 250 years ago, where self-reliance was, self-sustainment was what drove most people. And you either lived on a farm and, worked your ass off to produce food for yourself and the community, or you ran into the town saloon or the big city or whatever to try to make good money so you didn't have to work on the damn farm anymore. Smell cow shit. Living in an apartment. I think that was, cities have always been that kind of thing, Let's band together and have convenience. That's what drove a lot of people. And it still drives to this day. People are still driven to this day by convenience. And we all know convenience has made us weak. But hey, you know how you say, work smart, not hard. Well, how can you have the same drive if you're not working hard? I get it, you work smart. But what if hard work is called for? Where's your drive then? Just gonna sit on your hands, try to figure out a smarter way to do it? What you're probably going to do is ask somebody to help you. Which is fine. That's going to be one of us driven folks. Are you willing? Are you willing and able to help yourself and others? Do you have that drive, that purpose-driven life to help yourself and others? What's the saying? I hear it all the time. God helps those who help themselves. And that's true, right? You got to become a pillar of power. You got to be Mr. Reliable. Old reliable. You gotta be that guy or that girl. And be driven. And I keep thinking back to those days where you have to work the land to survive. Whether you're homesteading, whether you're a farm, whether you're out there just, wandering, hunting gypsies, or a gypsy hunter, that's what you're doing. Traveling nomad, living off the land, right? Foraging and hunting and surviving. That's all cool and everything, right? It's very romantic. But it takes a drive that most people do not possess. I don't think I have it as much as I think I do. Really, I think I'm lying to myself. Yeah, have I done shit like that? Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. But it's so nice to get home, take a hot shower, sleep in a warm bed, enjoy air conditioning, have a good meal. But what if you're not doing that? What if what if you're out in the middle of the woods and you're hiding from the Sasquatch army who are ravaging the lands? You can't go back home because you've been overrun by the 102nd Yeti Army, the Yeti Division. There's no going back home. They've taken your home. You're living now you're living in the woods like Sasquatch used to. They took over the cities. Do you have that drive to live off the land, to hunt, to fish, to build your own structure? And then to leave it all behind, run to another location that's safe, and do it all over again? You just gotta have this drive, this not quitting. No quit. The now mentality, no opportunity wasted. Right? I mean, it's you gotta work constantly. You gotta get shit done. You gotta work smart and hard. You gotta have economy of motion. Everything has to have a purpose. Every action has a purpose. If not, you might not survive. So I think that a lot of us that are driven in that way, it's that survival mode that our forefathers used to be in. Most of the time. Imagine that. Being in survival mode a majority of your life. Well, we got to water the animals. I got to make sure the water's still flowing. I got to fix the well. The well's running dry. We're probably gonna have to, bring buckets of water from the creek into the cistern. I gotta make sure the cistern, the aquifer is secured and not leaking. I gotta do some plumbing. See, just to water some animals, so that your animals continuously have water and your crops have water, and you have continuous food. Always work, always, and it's everything. It's plumbing, it's electrical, it's it's biology, it's it's agriculture, it's everything. And it's 200 times harder if you're doing it by yourself. It's a little bit easier if you have kids and people helping you and shit. If you have a community, but you gotta be a part of that community. You gotta be an asset to that community. It's gotta work on that. It's that drive, purpose-driven life. You don't see a lot of that today. The only driving I see is on the streets, is the commute, which I'm a part of. Every fucking day. Hate it. I'd love for my commute to be from my kitchen table to outside. Outside in my backyard. That should be my commute. Where I get on my four-wheeler and go out somewhere in the land to work on something. Taking a tree down or some shit. People are driven nowadays. You see it. You see it in the workplace. You see it in. It's that the ability to survive and thrive that drives most people, but it's channeled in a way that it's something else entirely, right? People are driven by the new video games that come out, the new cars that come out, you know, the new guns that come out. I like it. Been slowly but surely getting with the times. But what drives you? Is it love of your family, friends, loved ones? Love for your nation? Love for your community? What drives you? Is it to always be ready, be prepared, to have contingencies, to have abundance? It takes hard work, dedication, intelligence. It takes a lot of things, a lot of skill sets. If you're going to be a part of a community, you got to work on, crisis resolution, building positive connections with your community members, being there for them, being trustworthy, honorable, respectable, to hold these ethos together as a community. That community is driven. It's driven to success and longevity. Because of the caliber of their members. It's all about the drive. It's all about that drive. And yeah, I'm talking about like just working your ass off hard. Boom, let's go. Fingers to the bone, cuts and bruises and scrapes. Right? No lunch, no dinner. Work. No sleep. No sleep till right. Blatant disregard for safety. More coffee. Let's get this done. Right? Whatever. But that same drive that you have when you're doing a job or doing trying to do this task, it carries over. It speaks to who you are and what you can do. It's a testament to your drive. And there's that drive that gets the work done, gets things done. And then there's also that drive to the more subtle drive. I do the hard work now, so I have to do it later. Whether it be on your farm, on your land, in your life. I want to be strong. I want to be mobile. I want to be able to be an asset as long as I can. And if I can't, I want to have that drive of wisdom. I want to be able to mentor people, mentor folks, bring them up to speed, make them the best version of themselves, instill in them that same drive. Now that I'm 87 years old, can't walk, can only see out of one eye, can barely fucking hear, actually can't hear anything. And all that knowledge, all that wisdom, the drive to share it. The drive to be a leader. Now we all know Grandma will take care of business. She's gonna let you know, or you gonna get to business, right? If Grandpa's around, you're gonna dish out the business. You're gonna look at Grandma and go, "Yes, ma'am," and give you the business. Because they know the business. They have the drive. They've lived the drive. And they want to be the drive. You know, I look up to the Amish. You know, I see what the Amish do. They work from sun up to sundown, right? Then they eat good and they relax and they have fun whatever they do, you know. They enjoy each other's company, or they go off on their own and enjoy time by themselves. They work hard. They work hard on their land. They work hard at their job. They work hard for their community. They work on their community. They have this drive that's amazing, and it's stood the test of time. They've been here forever. When did they first get here? Back in the 1700s? Yeah. They've been doing the same thing. Talk about drive, man. And they've thrown away the distractions of this world. They've stayed on the path. They've stayed focused. All this time, hundreds of years. Stay true to their faith. Their faith drives them. Their way of life gives them credence to their drive. They've seen the fruits of their labor. You've seen the wisdom of the drive. And they encourage the young to remain driven. The elders become elders and tutor everyone in the community, pass on knowledge, give wisdom, guidance and direction. They see the drive in the young folks, and they're driven by the fact that there is a future. Their hard work, dedication paid off in the youth. The youth have the same drive in the community. And the community will prosper and carry on. That community is made up of families that are all driven. They're all driven. They're all driving the same direction. this Zoot report is inspired by a coworker. I asked him, hey, you know, I need a topic of discussion. And he told me driving. He was talking about driving. Like how people are so distracted. How people are like always on their cell phones. Right? People don't look out. People have no situational awareness in this delicate ballet of cars, vehicles, which can get people hurt or killed and damage to your vehicle. Yep. Something we all know too well. Me included. Either by my fault or somebody else's fault. Or nobody's fault at all. Society is driven by something else. Something else that it has replaced that hard drive for survival, that desperate drive to survive, to thrive, the drive to build a community and keep it. Keep the tenets of a community, tenets of a family, the promises that we make. I wish I could. I'd like to do that. I'd like to go on the street, you know, mad shad on the beat, and just ask questions of the youth. Like, what does honor mean to you? What is the definition of honor? What is the definition of drive? What is the definition of commitment? Discernment, critical thinking. Definition of compassion, understanding. The definition of intelligence. What's the definition of stupidity? Yay! I don't know. What drives you? I asked them that. What drives you? Is it Pokemon? Is it anime? Is it your debauchery culture of debauchery? Right? Is it political? Is it just something weird entirely? I don't know. I don't know what drives people nowadays. In a nation, it should be borders, language, culture. And that pretty much takes care of everything else. But we as preppers, right, as the prepared mindset, those who prepare for hope for the worst or hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. We see credence in our actions. We have drive to make sure that everything is taken care of. We have what we need, and everybody has what they need. There's no holes or gaps. So yeah, that's my question to you. What drives you? What is your drive? So, interesting topic. I think my coworker, thank you very much. You'll probably never watch this. The drive. I'm going to be thinking about this for a while. You know, every Marine be like, what drives me? God, country, and Corps. Like, all right, yeah. You better sound off that you love the Virgin Mary. Anyway, thus concludes our... It rained today. I thought it was supposed to rain. Thus concludes this Zoot report. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. And we will talk again at a later date. It's been Mad Shad. Let's go.